Could that duckboat operator be held criminally negligible for failing to properly explain to those doomed passengers about the life vests on board and how to use them and whatnot? I'm not understanding this tragedy. I'm not understanding. I mean, it's different than a plane. It's a boat, and there were life vests, you know. And then I watched Inside Edition, and this young teenager, like 15 years old or something, she's having survivor's guilt because she was on board with her dad and brother. The mom had to go shopping, so the mom didn't go on the duckboat. And her dad and brother perished. And she's having survivor's guilt. She was on Inside Edition crying, saying, why did I survive when they died? And her mom's like, you survived because God knew I needed you. But I told you 9 members of the same family died, perished, and then one survivor. Okay? Well, Inside Edition just relayed something else, which again makes people ask about fate, you know, and whatnot. Apparently 9 members of the same family survived. Remember, there were only 14 survivors. 17 perished out of the 31 on board. I'm disgusted. The woman saying that, and I'm sure the other survivors will vouch for it, that the operator, the duckboat operator, did not tell them about the life vests. He was nonchalant, apparently, according to her. He said, oh, well, there's life vests on board, but you're not going to need them. What an asshole. Wondering if he's one of the survivors. And then the one, like I said, the teenager, she's like 15 or something. She's having survivor's guilt, okay? But of course her mom is grateful she didn't perish. The mom lost the dad and the son. She's having survivor's guilt, and but the mom said that the dad was on the phone talking to her during the last moment, saying it doesn't look good. Why is he spending time talking on the phone instead of figuring out how to survive or asking about life vests? It's a boat. We know it's a commercial boat. We know there are life vests on board. I don't understand that either. If you're able to talk on the phone, then you're able to try to figure out how to save yourself so you can get home to your wife. I'm not understanding this tragedy. It's upsetting me in its weirdness. It's not like a typical tragedy, you know? It's upsetting me. I injured myself. I was supposed to go today and help my mom get safely to her friends. My mom's taking too much shit. She's going to try to go by herself, but I didn't want her to do, but I'm helpless. I am helpless to protect my mom, you know, from herself. If I'm injured, I'm helpless. Sorry. I did what I did years ago on this. Years ago, it wasn't on the floor, stupid box spring mattress. It was up high, but, you know, shit happens. Like I said, if I'm in bare feet, I shouldn't walk around in bare feet. You know, but people walk around in bare feet. Anyway, it's just a freak thing. I've stubbed my toe before, probably numerous times on this bed, okay? Whether it's up on the floor or not, okay? When I'm at my mom's, her bed like moves over or something, and it's the metal frame, it hangs out. The bed's too small for the metal frame. Or actually, I think the stupid people, I think that they were in a hurry and they didn't put the bed together properly, which isn't right, you know. They're supposed to put it together properly. And then they want me to give them reviews and whatnot. Fuck you. You know. You didn't even tell me the truth about the extra charges and whatnot. It's just bullshit. They didn't put her bed together properly. It's the same goddamn bed she had, and if it used to fit the bed frame is probably adjustable. So if they're in a hurry, you know, they should have put her bed together so it's not hanging out like that. But they didn't. And anyway, whenever I go over there, I'm like, Mom, you need to move this over so it's, if you have to get around it, it's equal on both sides, because she could hurt herself in the thing. But anyway, I've repeatedly stubbed my toe, but it's been okay. This wasn't stubbing my toe. This is the second toe in from the pinky toe. You know, the little, you know, this little pinky, right, okay, the little toe. The second toe in, and if you hit it the right way, I did this years ago, okay, it sprains it, it hurts it, it causes it to swell and be painful. Well, years ago, all the way back in 2009 when this happened to me, I wound up thinking, okay, well, it's just a stub toe, you know, it'll get better, whatever. No, and I put my shoes on, and I had somewhere to go, and I had to walk, as we've already established. I have to walk over a mile to get to the nearest bus stop, and I wound up winding up in the emergency instead, because walking in it and shoving it in the sneaker and whatever caused it. I couldn't move anymore. I was in agony. Okay. I don't want to go to the hospital. I was just spent a whole day in the hospital, as you guys know, a month ago. Right? Do I have to go to the hospital for a sprained toe? What can they really do for a sprained toe? But it sure as fuck, I'm not going to go and do what I didn't, you know, in 2009. I have to rest. You know, I'm not walking on it much here versus walking for miles, you know. I had planned to get my mom safely to her friends, and then I'd planned to return that stuff that I've needed to return. Okay? The pants with that they left the stupid security, that thing on, which you can't. Luckily, I didn't need to wear the pants. I'm really pissed. I traveled. Remember, I didn't go local. I traveled far. You know. In any case, I wish my mom would just postpone going to her friends. Her friend is around there, and I said it was a last-minute decision on her part. You know, she's talking to her friend. It's that friend I'm not crazy about, but her husband died, and, you know, she's all right. Oh. My mom needs friends, but last time my mom tried to go there by herself, it wound up in disaster. She got off on the wrong stop, and she was trying to reach me, and I had my phones off. I was unreachable. I'm not here to, you know, I don't have to be. But anyway, I just would prefer if she would postpone it. I'm helpless I can't protect her. I'm helpless to protect my mom from herself if I'm injured. There's nothing I can fucking do, people. You know? I told her she was up in the middle of the night, but she shouldn't have been. Okay? She takes her meds. She should have been sleeping. Okay? She's anxious about going to her friends. Right? She's drinking coffee, which she shouldn't be doing. We all know that pattern, right? And I had to tell her that I couldn't make it. But I was right to let her know. I thought she'd be asleep, but maybe she'd hear her phone or something. Not find out that she hadn't even gone to bed. But I was right. My toe was hurting worse in the morning after sleeping for a few hours than it was hurting originally. Not when I originally did it. Then it killed. But then, you know, no, it's throbbing. It's injured. I can't walk on it. I can't walk any distance outside like I planned to do. I would have been walking for miles today. Walking in the mall, walking around, walking, you know. I had things to do. Non-local things, you know. But the fact is, my mom could go to her friends anytime. It's not like it had to be today. But she's going to try to go on her own, and I have a bad feeling about that. So I'm recording it, and if you know, I hope everything goes okay. But again, I'm just trying to point out that if I'm injured, I'm helpless to protect my mom from herself. And remember her little, I'm not a baby, so she thinks she's taking too much stuff. We all know she can leave stuff behind. She did it just recently, but she got it back, you know what I mean? And if she's taking that much stuff on her own, I have a bad feeling. And again, there's nothing that I can do because I cannot stop her from doing what she wants to do. You understand? I can't stop her. I can only wish that she would do the smart thing. And the smart thing would be wait until I'm healed and then go to your friends. You know? But of course she doesn't want to do that because she was all excited to go to her friends, and I understand that. But freak things happen. Way worse things happen than this, you know. It's a sprained toe. It hurts. I hope I don't have to go to the hospital. I would like to not have to go to the hospital, you know. I don't feel like going to the fucking hospital. I definitely don't feel like calling the freaking paramedics. I told you what happened when I literally broke my foot, and they were acting like I was just, oh, she has a little threshold for pain. They talked, you know. Do you have to go to the hospital for a broken toe? I mean, for a sprained toe. Hospitals can't even do it. They have a broken toe, but they all they do is they wrap it and they tell you to stay off of it or something, you know. I'm going to look online and see if I have to go to the hospital for something like this, if I could just let it heal on its own. Oh, and to make matters worse, Blind Omar stepped on it when I was trying to go back to bed. I don't know what my mom's going to do. I just hope it works out okay for her. You know? I did text my friend down the street. I said, I have my phones off because my mom will call me too early in the morning. But if she contacts you and begs you to get in touch with me, just come down here and ring the doorbell. That's all. That's all you have to do. Okay? I have the right to shut my phones off and not be bothered. Especially when just talking to my mom upsets me anyway, because I wish she would do the smart thing and not try to go by herself. Oh. I don't understand why that guy would have been talking to his wife during what he perceived. He's like, it's not looking good, but you shouldn't be talking. You should be trying to figure out how to save yourself. You're not like in the middle of the ocean. They're not in the middle of the ocean. It's not even that much distance that they travel. They showed it. It's just like they just go through this water and they go around this island little thing and come back. And the other duck boat made it to shore. No casualties. This one has fucking, if it's a smaller duck boat, I don't know, 17 casualties out of 31 people. I bet you anything, the one who was so nonchalant about the life jackets, but he knew that there were life jackets, he probably survived. He's supposed to be in the position of helping other people survive. That upsets me when I hear that they weren't made aware of how to properly handle an emergency and get life jackets on and whatnot, you know. And how did some survive? And, you know, a little more than half perished, and a little under half survived. But how did the ones survive that survived? I don't know. I just know you shouldn't be calling your loved ones while, you know, when you're still alive and there's still hope, and you should be trying to figure out how to you know, not be one of the doomed ones. I don't know. I don't understand. I understand why that girl would have survivor's guilt, but her mom needed her, like she said. Her mom is grateful that she survived. The mom lost the son and the husband. Oh. The girl was on Inside Edition crying, saying, I don't understand why I survived and so many others perished. She's having survivor's guilt. And the one who lost 9 members of her family reached out to this girl and said, you can't think that way. You survived. You're going to live and have important you know, and have important things to do in your life. Whatnot. And then people who are religious will say God spared her, spared the survivors. I don't know. I look at the duckboat, though, and it's just a small thing, and all those people crowded in there, and I'm sure it's just total panic. Panic ensues, and that's it. It's survival of whoever. We don't know why some survived, and so many perished. But how just strange. That's what Inside Edition was saying. 9 members of the same family perished, while all 9 members of another family survived. Unfucking believable. If there is, like, there's a God or fate or whatever, they didn't dole it out equally, did they? Inside Edition brought that up. They're like, to make matters even stranger, whatever. This woman lost 9 members. 9 members of the same family perished. She's the only survivor. Whereas another family, all 9 members survived. That's fucking bizarre. Killing rampage just took place in Toronto, Canada. Trump's pissing people off even more. Threatening to revoke the security clearance, I guess, of people who are speaking out, you know, ones who normally would have security clearance for the White House, you know, speaking out against, I don't know, regarding the recent Russia thing. If I just hurt myself and it was just a regular day, like, alright, I hurt myself, I'll stay here and hope it heals on its own. If it doesn't, I'll go to the hospital. But no, I have to be worried sick about my mom's plans to do something that I was going to help her to do. Oh. She was forcing herself to stay awake last night. You know, she's nervous, she'll miss the bus or whatever, but I told you repeatedly, it's a disaster if she drinks coffee when her body is on those powerful meds, including Ativan, that are designed to knock her out. And she forces herself to stay with coffee. It's not good. So I'm hoping maybe she wound up sleeping anyway and missing the bus and being forced to just accept the fact that she can't go today. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I left outgoing messages, extended absence greeting on my cell phone, and I made sure my voicemail is not full so she can leave me messages. And then my home phone, I did an extended absence greeting, and I tried calling it, and at first the voicemail was full, and I had to delete messages. They're all from my mom. They're not important either. She fills up my voicemails, but whatever. I had to delete them, and I saved them. I used to save them onto cassette tape, and then I just save them onto the the camera memory thing, and instead it's easier. But then I called it to hear it, and the message in it played. At first it wouldn't even play. It just said, "This mailbox is full if anyone calls." Then it plays the message, but it said goodbye. It won't let you leave a message. But it doesn't even matter, because my mom, when I leave outgoing messages for her, because I can't leave a message on her voicemail, she's not able to get her voicemails, even though I've showed her how to do it. Then she had a friend show her, and she's like, "Yeah, so-and-so showed me." I'm like, "I've showed you numerous times, Mom, you just forget how to do it. It's not difficult." And then she doesn't want to even listen to the messages when I leave them on the phone for her, as a substitute for not being able to leave her personal voicemails. So when I leave outgoing messages on my phone's home or cell, I obviously am careful. I don't reveal personal shit. I'm vague. And in this instance, I'm just talking about my foot, and I'm not gonna, I landed in the emergency when I did this to my foot many years ago, like in 2009, because again, you have to understand, right now, I'm not in agony, okay? But I can feel it, and it's throbbing, but it's fine. But if I shove it into my sneaker and go walking, I can guarantee you it's going to get stiff. The same thing is going to happen as in 2009. Okay, I did the same damn thing in 2009. It's not whatever I did to it. It's the angle of it, and it slammed into the box spring on the floor. So it's different than stubbing your toe. I've stubbed my toe before, and then it gets better and it's fine. This is many hours later, and I can feel it. I can feel it. If I move it, it's sprained. It's something. If I move it, it hurts. Again, it's not agony, which is why I risked in 2009. I thought, oh, well, it'll be fine. The pain will go away. No, I wound up in the emergency. I wound up literally not being able to walk. It slowly got worse and worse, and by the time I got to where I would, be getting on the bus, I couldn't move. I was in agony, and I was sitting outside crying, and someone had to call the emergency, call the ambulance. And this was when my mom was in the mental hospital. My aunt was ordering me out of here and threatening to 5150 me and all kinds of crap. And so my mom's home, and she's from the mental hospital begging me to just stay here until she gets released. And Auntie was scaring me, so then she apparently had arranged a flight for me or something, and that freak thing happened where I wasn't intentional. I had my flight planned. It was all ready to go, and then I couldn't. I was in the hospital instead. And it's a good thing, because then my mom wound up getting out of that hospital. I stayed here. I wound up staying there. I took it as a sign, fate, and then that's how my mom, all on her own when she got out, was furious, and she wound up going to the bank on her own and trying to find out about the power of attorney, and that's how she wound up getting a copy, and how I found out, because I'm smart and I could do research, that it was actually, all along we thought it was a limited power of attorney that only took place if my mom, was in the hospital or something. We found out it was a durable power of attorney, which, as I explained to my mom, essentially made everything of my mom's her sisters. But again, all the recent shit that transpired, all the events that went down, several months ago, when we found out more and more what my aunt was up to behind my mom's back. Yeah, it only solidified what I have believed, and certain others who know me and know the situation have believed all the fuck along. The end.